everybody, remember how we've been talking about patterns?
Yes.
Yes. So today what we're going to do is we're going to use our iPads and we're going to use Sketch to make a pattern. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Now, I think our best bet is going to be to choose the arrows. Everybody look at the screen so you can see what I'm going to choose. I'm going to choose this arrow right here to make the pattern. So if you want to use a shape, you can, but I think the arrows are going to be the easiest. So I'm going to choose an arrow. And then you can change your colors if you want to use that with your pattern. But I'm going to keep my pattern the same color. So I want to make mine a blue pattern. And I'm going to touch my arrow and I'm going to make my pattern on my screen. So I have an arrow facing that way. An arrow facing this way. An arrow facing this way. And an arrow facing this way. And I'm going to put an arrow here, an arrow here, and an arrow here. All right. Now let's look at my pattern. Can we label this pattern? What would my pattern be labeled? Jolie? A, B, C, C. So I'm going to choose my marker. And I'm going to write on here, A, oh, sideways, B, one second, B, C, C. Everyone tell me what my next one will be, everybody? A, tell me what I will need next. What will I need next? Riley?
C.
I'll need a C. And what is my C? An arrow pointing this way. So let's do that. I'm going to make another arrow and point it this way. Good job. Who can tell me what my pattern core will be? What will my pattern core be? Come up and point. We'll just use a little, use this as our pointer. Where does my pattern core start? Right here at the beginning. So I'm going to take my line and I'm going to draw a line for where my pattern starts. And I want to change colors so I can see the difference. Alright, so I'm going to change colors and this is where my pattern starts. Who can show me where my pattern will end? A, B, C, C, A, B, C. Where does my pattern end and begin again? I think I'm going to need a tall person to show me up there. Liberty, can you point? You're nice and tall. Where does my pattern end and then start again? A, B, C, C. A, B, C, C, A. Right here? You're right. So I'm going to put another line right here to draw where my pattern core goes. Alright, so I've labeled, I made a pattern, I labeled my pattern, and then I drew my lines to show my core. Raise your hand if you have a question on what we're going to be doing. Amarie? We're going to be doing a pattern. Do you have any questions on how we're going to do it? What's your question? Oh, good question. He wants to know what kind of pattern we're going to do. I'm going to let you make your own kind of pattern today. So I'm not going to tell you it has to be an AB pattern or an AAB pattern. You get to make it as long as you can label it and tell me what it's going to be. Now when we're done, remember, we're going to email it to me so then I can send it off to your parents. All right? So everyone take out your iPads, please. Raise your hand if you can tell me, what app we're going to. What app will we be going to? We're used to seeing this app. What app are we going to go to first? Ashton?
Sketch.
We're going to go to Sketch. What does Sketch look like? For those
Heart.
people that might not know, what does Sketch have on it?
Heart. Heart.
A heart, yeah.
Heart. This one. Heart. When you go to Sketch, you might have your other thing up from when we worked on Sketch and Language Arts Day. Hit New, and then New again, and it will go to your, you have to choose your blank page, the one with the pencil. Raise your hand if you're not quite sure what to do. I like to see how some people are helping their group members out. Blank document. Go to a blank document. New. I'm going to turn the lights on so that we can see. Oh, your headphones are on the floor. I think your headphones are on the floor. So we're going to go to new. Remember, you can do a pattern using the shapes. I think the arrows are the easiest ones to use, just because it's going to kind of be more consistent. It'll be easier, so it'll be the same. If you want to use the shapes, that's totally cool. Start with blank, the one with the pencil. Yes, you get to make your very own. I don't want you to make the same pattern that I made. I want to see what you can do. A, B, B, C.
Let's do, I know my pattern, it looks, because my iPad was turned and the screen didn't show that. Make your pattern go side to side. Let me show you what mine actually looks like when reflection is off. See how my pattern looks with reflection off? It's going side to side, just like we've made our patterns across our desks. It gives you more room. If you started making your pattern up and down, it might be easiest to go to a new document and go side to side. You can either start, it might be easier just to start new and then go side to side. There. No, your pattern's going to go, Kate, you're going to make it go. You remember how we made patterns when we made them across the desk? We're going to make it go across our page. Do you see mine up there? Look at mine up there. Can you guys see mine up there, how it goes side to side?